Hi again guys, I'm back with another unboxing, something a little special this time, as you'll see. Well, you'll probably already see in the title anyway what this is. Well, I think I know what it is. I've actually got quite a few orders I'm waiting for at the moment, but I'm fairly certain I know which one this is, but better not get ahead of myself. Very well packaged, obviously. This is good. What appears to be a Shengshou 6x6 box, which obviously wouldn't be that special if that's what was in there. Little giveaway there that you've got packaging in the box, and some of it stuck to the puzzle. And there it is. This is a custom made 6x6x4. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks very nice on first impressions. The sticker placement isn't absolutely perfect, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. But let me zoom this up slightly and we'll get a closer look. So yeah, here it is, the 6x6x4, obviously made from a Shengshou 6x6 that's been, it's got 2 layers on each end glued together and then cut down. The pieces where they've been sanded are clearly painted, so they look very nice. I'll be honest, personally, I don't particularly like the bright stickers, but that's just a preference. There's nothing that's definitely wrong with them or anything. The stickers are hand cut, I think that's quite obvious, but they're done quite nicely. A lot better than I could do them, that's for sure. So yeah, that looks very nice. So let's see how it turns. These layers turn, well, very nicely, just the way they would on a... That's a bit of tape from the packaging. Just the way they would on a regular 6x6, maybe slightly tighter, but that's understandable. You've got some small pieces here that need to be kept in place, so you might need it a little bit tighter to keep those in position. But the turns that matter with them, these, oh wow, that's really, really nice. That just turns so well. In fact, it turns better than the other layers. Yep, that is fabulous. Yep, there's no clicking or catching or grinding or anything, which would be, considering a lot of these pieces would have been sanded and then filled with the epoxy and then sanded again. It's clearly very good quality. It's hard to tell the I just want to try and get a closer look at that, see if I can actually see a join at all. Yeah, I can very slightly, but it's only very faint, so that's really well made, very good craftsmanship. This is from the same person who made the Ghost Cube that I unboxed a couple of weeks ago, so I expected it to be very high quality. I will put a link again to his YouTube channel. What's interesting here is you can see the of course these weren't really outer pieces originally, they're just part of the internal mechanism, and you can see they kind of go and dive underneath these kind of kite shaped pieces as you turn it, so that's quite interesting. And then yeah, but you see a lot more of the mechanism. You can see he shaved it down really as far as it could possibly go to make it as flat as possible. Yeah, it's really well done. Now, I'll be honest, if I was choosing, I'd kind of prefer it a little bit less shade, so that you don't actually see the screw in the middle. You could do it so that you've still got kind of square shapes here, not necessarily completely squares like on the full cube, but the screw would still be hidden, but that way you have to have it slightly more pillowed or shaved down this layer a little less. But that's really only a minor complaint. I mean, it's clearly very well done, and again, that's really just a matter of preference rather than this actually having anything wrong with it. I'm very, very happy to have this puzzle, and I'm incredibly pleased with how well it turns. Like I said, these tiny pieces here, you might think they would catch a little bit, but so far there's no evidence of that whatsoever. The real test of something like this is more when it's in its fully shape-shifted state. Then you can really see if there is any catching or anything like that. So we'll have a look at that once it's scrambled, which I'll do in a moment. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. I got this for a very good price considering what they normally go for. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with this. I'm very much looking forward to solving it, of course. So yeah, let's start scrambling it up and see what it looks like in its scrambled state. As with any shape-shifting cuboid, you need to scramble it without shape-shifting to begin with. But with these, you've actually got a kind of 3-step process you need to do to scrambling, which I will show. It's the same on the. I have a. You may well have seen the video for it. I have a 3x3 by sorry, no, a 5x5x3. It's custom made by Hunter Palshuk. This was by Ian Seeds. Hasn't actually got his logo on this one. I don't know if it's too big for these small tiles or what. But there was one on the Ghost Cube. I'm curious why that is. It's a shame. I'd kind of like to have had his logo on there, but oh well. I'm sure you're actually watching this because I know you're one of my subscribers, so I'd be interested to know why you didn't put the logo on this one if you're watching. But yeah, once again, superb quality. It really is. The turning of this is just sublime. You just couldn't ask for anything better. You really couldn't. So yeah, now I think we can call that scrambled in its cuboid shape. We can now start the shape shifting turn. So what you want to do with one like this is you only shape shift it in one direction. So I can do 90-degree turns horizontally, but vertically at the moment I'll still carry on doing 180-degree turns. So that will basically be scrambling it like a 5x5 by no, a 6x6 by 4 now. Got 5x5x3 on the brain for some reason. So yeah, 180 degree turns that way and 90 degrees on this direction. And already it's starting to look pretty messed up. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers this way, but I've still got 6 turnable layers this way. So it hasn't become bandaged in that direction as yet, which just allows you to do a bit more scrambling, because you can see you've still got pieces that are matched up with the outer layers slightly if you were paying attention before you started this stage of the scramble. So you want to get those split up as well. No, clearly not got it lined up quite right there. That's my fault, not the puzzle. Yeah, there we go, now it's lined up. That was my fault. I wasn't seeing what needed to go where. Because you've got different kinds of pieces next to each other now. I wasn't looking at it quite right, but yeah, this is still turning very well, even being in the shape shifted form, so I'm really happy with this so far. And it's even got a little bit of corner cutting, as you might have noticed there, so not too much. Obviously this isn't a speed cube, you don't want to be speed cubing this and trying to corner cut like you would on a Banshee or a Zanchi, that's for sure. But yeah, this turns so well, and I've said it a few times now, but I can't reiterate too much just how well this is turning. It's really, really well made. So that's my fault again, struggling to figure out where things need line up. I'm sure I'll get used to it with a bit of practice. Okay, I think we can say it's scrambled in that direction now, and then so we can do random turns in every direction now, and this will bandage it into a 4x4x4, which will give you clues how you need to go about solving it if you ever have one of these. And this is the first time I've played with a 6x6x4. It's something I've wanted for quite some time, but they are expensive. I know I've got a few custom puzzles now and a couple of shapeways things, but they are still very expensive to me, to my income level sort of thing, so I do have to be a bit careful about how and when I buy them. So I've got this one at a nice price, as I said, but it's one I've definitely wanted for quite some time. I was kind of torn between buying a custom one or maybe a Shapeways version that created by Cubacells, and in the end I preferred this one to the Shapeways version. Not that I've got anything whatsoever against Shapeways puzzles. I've actually got one that I ordered a couple of days ago that's on its way to me that I'm also extremely excited about, and obviously you will see that when it arrives. So yeah, I think we can call that scrambled now. Looks quite crazy. Now, as I said, I've solved the 5x5x3, so this is going to be kind of just a higher order version of that, so I don't expect immense difficulties with it, but I must admit the 5x5x3 gave me a few difficulties to begin with, but once I got the hang of it, things became a lot easier, and I can solve that without too much trouble now. So hopefully this one will be challenging, but not distressingly so. Okay then guys, I will go away, try and give this a solve, and I'll get back to you when I've done so. Okay then, so I've done a couple of solves on this now. It's a very fun puzzle, not horrendously difficult, especially given the fact that I've solved a couple of other floppy cuboids. That's certainly helped. If I came straight to this without any floppy cuboid knowledge, I think it would actually be quite challenging. But the fact that I have solved the 4x4x2 and then 5x5x3 numerous times before most definitely helped with the solving of this one. It doesn't have too much difficulty, it just has a little complexity really, being higher order. Just like a 6x6 would to a 5x5 or a 5x5 would to a 4x4, etc. The solving process was basically identical to the way I go about the 5x5x3, but that's to be expected really, because it is a similar kind of thing. You've also got the floppy cuboid parity possibility, which I got on the first solve, didn't get on the second one, which is good. I experienced the whole range of things that this can throw at you. But yeah, the turning quality has remained absolutely excellent throughout, even in its fully shape-shifted form, so I've got no complaints whatsoever there. And yeah, it's just a whole load of fun to solve. I will leave a link in the description to the channel, the YouTube channel of the guy who made this, just in case you didn't see it when I did the Ghost Cube unboxing, because he really does do excellent work, and he'll even show you how to make one of these if you wish to do so. I haven't really got the skill or the patience to make one myself, so I had to buy it, but he has a tutorial to teach you how to make them, and I'm sure if you contacted him he'd be willing to sell you one if you wanted to have one like this yourself. But yeah, all in all, an absolutely great puzzle. I'm very happy to have this one in my collection. It's a whole lot of fun. It will get solved a lot, this one, and such good quality, as I said. The finish is just superb. The turning quality is excellent. What more can you ask for, really? And as I said, I got this for a pretty good price as well. So yeah, an absolute bargain as far as I'm concerned. Okay then guys, that's it for this video. I will see you next time. Take care now. Bye.